Oh yeah, and I got my drink. You know I always gotta have something. So this is a smoothie that I made since we're in quarantine and can't go nowhere. Instead of going to Tropical Smoothie and getting smoothies, I just decided to make my own smoothie at home. I get the same smoothie every time, which is the sunrise sunset. And if you do not know, that's just orange juice, mango, pineapple, and strawberry. I do have peaches in here, and yeah, and I got some sea moss. So, boom. Now you know. I always make this as my go-to. Hey everybody, it's your girl Adrienne like Rocky. We're back with another video. If you're new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button. To my gang, to my squad. Hey everyone, we're in the story time setting right now. This has been story time setting, and you know I do my best story times when I am in a story time type of mode, if that makes sense. So today's story time, today is 420, and in light of 420, this is a story time of when I got high and I hit a car. Now, everyone has those moments, and this is the time I had mine. Let's go back to when I was in high school. I think it was around 12th grade. I don't think I had graduated yet. Okay, so I didn't have my own car. I was with my best friend. I asked Mama, because she was at my house. She was at my house. You know, I guess my mother was she was real lenient. I was the only girl and I was the youngest in my house. So I never wanted to ask my dad for anything because he always said no. So she let me take her Mustang to get some food. I think I went to the store. I don't know where I told her I was going, but she let me take the car. So, of course, you know, I don't have my own car. So, when you let me use the car and you let me get free, and I'm going to be free. I'm going to do me. So, I was definitely cautious. When I first got my license, of course, you know, I had to drive with people in the car, woo-woo. And then when I got to that point, you know, my father was sending me to the store. Yeah, go to the store, give me a Pepsi. Or go get me this, or go get me that. So, it's like up the street, around the corner. You can go get it. So, I guess because they realized I was good at that, they just was like, yeah, you can go ahead. So, we went and got some food. I went through the drive-thru, of course, because I was pressed. I think we got Panda Express. I don't know where else I told her I was going. I think I went to the beauty supply. I don't know. But I hit up my folks. And this is when I was, hanging out heavy and Seat Pleasant and shit. So, I was hanging out with my folks. And we were smoking because that's what we did. We smoked. And this was around the time, you know, Reggie wasn't, like, out. Still spending that money on gas at first. People were still buying Reggie. So, I'm not going to lie. I was a Reggie smoker. Like, comment down below if you smoke Reggie. Because if you know, you know. Like, these new generation kids don't know what Reggie is. They jumped into the pack. They jumped into the gas and the loud. We had to work our way up eventually and get there. Like, okay, this some gas. That's how you know, like, this some gas. Because you know what some huff was, what some bullshit ass weed was. So, anyway, moving on. So, we pulled up on them. And we had smoked 2 J's. So, it was me, her, my best friend at the time, my brother, because that was my ex-boyfriend's friend, and we had, you know, that was my brother. He was my brother. Like, I was young and shit. I ain't had shit else to do, and you know how that shit go. So I pulled up on him, and he was with his folks, and I knew his folks. We knew his folks because we had you know, all hung around and shit. So we out there smoking and woo, everything cool, and now it was time to go home. Now, mind you, I should have said I was good. You know, I should have said I was done. I didn't do that. I ended up, you know, just smoking. So all it was done, the session was done. We get to the car, we like, all right, y'all. So this is how it went. I was gonna get on the driver's side, but I don't feel like doing that. Because I had just got over here. I ain't doing it. But I was gonna play it out for you, but I ain't doing it. So this is the imaginary steering wheel. Mind you, I'm on the left because I'm the driver. Hold on. I feel like I gotta do it because it's gonna look better if I'm on that side. So hold on. I broke my thing, y'all, so I'm real mad because I literally just broke it right before this shit happened. So I gotta like, y'all. Fuck it. Boom. So yeah, I'm in the driver's seat. She in the passenger seat. And I guess they had gotten a car. I don't know what they was about to do. They just was about to sit there or they was about to go somewhere. I don't know. But they got in their car and I got in my car. We got in the car. We about to go. So I'm high up and I'm like trying to be all, you know, cool and shit. So I'm in the car. Like I pull up beside him and shit. I'm like, all right, y'all. See y'all later. All right, woo, 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 woo. But I'm still like, kind of like slowly pulling off. Like I'm not sitting there talking to him with my foot on the brake. I'm like trying to be cool and pull off all cool and shit. And I think I had music playing and shit. And I'm like, all right, y'all. And I'm going to see y'all later. Shut the deuce and shit. So I'm still pulling up, mind you. But I guess because I was more leaning this way and I wasn't like focused and shit, I'm just like, you know, getting closer to they shit. So as I'm pulling off, I sideswiped the shit out like the front of their car. And I think the back of my mother like Mustang and shit. So in my head, right, I ain't think I just did that. So I kept driving. But I ain't like pull off like, I just like, you know, slowly just kept creeping up the street or whatever. So she like, son, you just hit that car. So I stopped. I'm like, I did? She was like, yeah. So I'm looking in the mirror. I don't see them getting out the car. I'm like, well, they ain't get out the car. She was like, son, back up, son, back up. I'm like, nah, they ain't get out the car. So I kept driving. So I'm driving home and shit. And she like got me nicknamed because she like, you good, son? You good, son? I'm like, son, I'm good. Like, chill. Like, just be quiet because now I'm trying to focus because at this point, you making me think that I'm high. Like, I already thought that I was high, but now it's like, I think that you think that I'm high and I got your life in my hands and this my mother shit and I gotta get home. And I'm just like, son, chill out because now you giving me anxiety and I'm just trying to get home at this point. At this point, I'm just trying to get home. When I say I was focused like shit, I was focused like shit. Like, I finally got home. I parked the car. I got out, went in the house. Me and her ate our food and shit. My folks ain't noticed a scratch for a little minute, though. And that was kind of good on my behalf because they didn't really know where it came from. Like, we had, like, a gate where I lived. We had a gate where we just pulled into the yard. Like, so it was a gate around the yard. But you had to pull into the gate to get into the yard. So they just assumed that I had like probably scratched the gate coming in when I was driving. And they was like, why you ain't say nothing? I was like, I ain't know. Oh, and the only reason they found out was because they was washing the car and they realized it was a scratch. And they like, so the people that I hit, the dudes who called, I sideswiped that shit. They tried to hit me up talking about some, yeah, we need your insurance information and you gonna have to pay for this and we gonna need some paint and woo 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 woo. And I'm like, nigga, I seen my car. My car was a scratch. So if you wash your car, you be alright. Like, it wasn't that bad to the point where I really had to go through like insurance companies and shit, because ain't nothing go down after that. Like, they had me fucked up. I'm like, this my mother shit. Y'all already knew what was up. We all smoked together. We was all high as shit. I'm just like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Nah, I don't even know. I think I was like 17. Like 17. You but they get the fuck out of here. That shit was crazy. When I say I ain't think twice about turning around, backing up, I knew I ain't hit that nigga car. Like I said, we was high. So at the time, I thought that I was like tripping when I did hit the car. But I thought that I was tripping when I hit the car. Thought that I was tripping, and then when she said something, I'm like, oh. Oh, you seen that? They was cool. They was alright. The fuck? It was just a little paint. It was just a little scratch. Everybody was good. Whatever, whatever. So, more of the story. I was high as shit. And I hit a car. And I kept driving.
What's going on? Y'all are going to jail. Period.
It's another time I want to tell y'all about. I wasn't high though. But that's for another time. But stay tuned for that story time, because that was wild. So, thank you for watching my video. As always, it's been real. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Period. Yeah, if you ain't already subscribed to my channel, what is life at this point? What is life? And y'all be easy.